Welcome back to Laura's Rock Guitar. It's nice to see you again. This lesson is going to focus on two chords that are slightly trickier than the ones we've looked at so far. There's a G and an F chord, which is your first bar chord. So to get your fingers into position for a G, it's slightly awkward, and I'll show you a close-up in a minute. But your G is quite a bright sounding chord, and you play all 6 strings for a G. I'd like to show you something else, and that is how to position your fingers on the strings of the guitar. This is something that every guitar player learns. Each of your fingers has a kind of a home on one of the strings. Your thumb will play the 3 bass strings, so the 6th, 5th, and 4th. Okay? These 3 fingers, I'll call them the saluting fingers, not your pinky, just these 3, sit on your 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings respectively. So try this at home. It's a little tricky to see it on the camera, but they sit on those strings, and you can play them alternately like this. And then back. So all the way down with the thumb, or you can hit a bass string, in this case the G. It's a G chord, that's a G note in the chord. And then we can play all the way down. So let's have a close-up and see how you finger the G. So for your G chord, you can see the arrangement of my fingers. We're still in the first 3 frets of the guitar. With my middle finger, I'm holding down the 6th string on the 3rd fret, again, close to the fret, but not touching it. Okay, so with this index finger, I'm on the 5th string in the 2nd fret. Okay, I want to make sure that these fingers are not touching any of the other strings underneath. And my ring finger is holding down the 1st string just behind the fret. When I play all those together, I get a G. So now you've learned your C, your G, you're ready for the 3rd chord in that chord family, and it's a challenging chord, it's an F. Your F chord is the first bar chord that most people will learn when they're practicing and playing guitar. What's a bar chord? We've been playing chords only in the first 3 frets of the guitar. But what if you want to move up and play some more interesting stuff up here? For that, you're going to need to create a bar with your index finger that mimics this black bar here. So it's almost like you're using your finger like it's this. Okay? So let me show you what I mean. You can play an A chord here. Okay? You can also play an A chord here. Similarly, you can play a D chord here, which is what we learned. Also play a D chord up here. Here it sounds the same, but it has a higher note in it. Okay, enough about that. Let's just look at the F. This starts you off on your bar chords because the F is played in the first 3 frets where we've been working. There's my bar. There's my F. What you might notice is that these 3 fingers are in an E shape. Kind of makes sense because look at this. There's your E. It's one of the first chords we learned. Move it up to the next note. Up we go. Put the bar on. We've got an F. Watch what happens if we go up another tone. We've actually got a G. E, F, G. Can you hear it's a chord family? You can play a lot of songs like that. F, G, F, E. So let's have a quick look again at the F. We're going to go close up on the neck now so that you can see how I'm holding my fingers. Okay, so looking at the F chord, remember what I said about having a bar? This is one of the hardest things you're going to learn because you need to train the muscles in your finger to be really strong and hold all those strings down together. All I can say is, I promise you this, you will get the bar to sound clear if you practice. At first it's going to sound like this. Don't be put off, okay? Press down on all 6 strings. Right? With these 3 fingers, you're going to want to make an E shape. So can you remember your E? Okay, if you go and revise your E, you'll see that we've literally just taken the E shape, which is that. We're playing it with different fingers, and we're sliding it up 1. Okay? Okay, so your F. Some people will try to teach you this, okay? To hold down just 2 strings with your index finger. That's another easier way of playing your F. But I think that actually, for future reference, and to get your fingers really strong, start doing it properly. Start with the whole bar. Practice your F. If you can manage it, go from C to F. But that's a bit higher grade. Okay. Thanks for tuning in once again to Laura's Rock Guitar. In our next lesson, we're going to look at what happens when you create a slight subtle variation on a chord and turn it into a minor or a 7th. Then we really start to talk songs and making our guitar playing sound interesting. So do tune in. Roisin's dad, Jason, if you are listening today, a very big happy birthday from Laura and Robert.
Happy birthday.